and welcome to the first ABN AMRO World Hockey Show of the year 2011. This month we travel to Kazan to meet two forgotten crusaders from Pakistan who are making waves in Russia. Catch up with a poster boy of English hockey, Ashley Jackson. Australian midfielder Rob Hallam relives a magical 2010 for the Kookaburras. Take a look at the FIH All-Stars teams of the year 2010. 2010 had 4 major FIH events, including the Men's and the Women's World Cup. Many players made an impression, but only a handful were picked by the FIH for the All-Star teams of the past year. Here's a look at the Men's All-Star team first. The two chosen goalkeepers are Dutch custodian Guus Vogels and English keeper James Fair. The defence is marshalled by German captain Max Muller alongside India's Sardar Singh. It's a star-studded midfield comprising Dutch Meister Teun de Nooijer. The German duo of Moritz Förster and Tobias Hawker are also included. English captain Barry Middleton is named for the third straight year. The FIH Player of the Year, Jamie Dwyer, leads the attack, which also includes his Aussie teammate Des Abbott. Korean skipper Seo Jong-ho finds a place for their running. Master tacticians Rick Charlesworth and Marcus Weiser are the chosen ones to manage this clean team. Over to the Women's All-Star team, England's Beth Story stands in the goal after a remarkable 2010. Defence has two of the most dreaded drag flickers in the game in Marchie Bowman and Noelle Barrier-Nielsen. FIH Player of the Year, Luciana Aymar, is named for the 5th year in a row. The German and Dutch playmakers Natasha Keller and Naomi Van Aers also win recognition for their stellar performances. The FIH Young Player of the Year, Zhao Yudiao of China, is rewarded for a great year. She is picked in the forward line along with her skipper Fu Baorong. India's 15-year-old striker Rani Rampal also finds a place. The 2010 Hero Honda FIH World Cup, held in the Indian capital of New Delhi, was perhaps the darkest hour in Pakistan's hockey history. The nation, which has won the title a record 4 times in the past, suffered the ignominy of a wooden spoon, and that too in the backyard of arch rivals India. Months later, in another neighbouring country, China, Pakistan hockey team rose like a phoenix from the ashes. They were written off by the critics even before they stepped onto the field. But the green shirts scripted their destiny themselves, winning the glittering gold at the 16th Asian Games in Guangzhou. The triumph confirmed their inclusion in the 2012 London Olympics. Far away from the ebb and flow, two of the most reliable defenders from Pakistan, Imran Varsi and Adnan Maqsood, were busy plying their trade with Russian champions Dynamo Kazan. While Maqsood had retired after the Beijing Olympics, Varsi is still very much at the top of his game. Out of favour as far as his national team is concerned. Varsi hasn't been a part of Pakistan's national team since Beijing Olympics in 2008.
नहीं, ऑब्वियसली बात है, पाकिस्तान टीम को मिस तो करते हैं अपने नेशनल टीम में, नेशनल प्रायोरिटी है, बहुत बड़े ऑनर की बात है अपनी कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करना। और यस, क्लब से खेल रहे हैं, एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, EHL खेल रहे हैं, EHL में बहुत ज़्यादा एंजॉय करते हैं बिकॉज पैटर्न हॉकी बहुत चेंज है यहाँ पे, चार हाफ में क्वार्टर्स होते हैं, 4 रूल्स बड़े डिफरेंट हैं, बड़े इंटरेस्टिंग रूल्स हैं। बट लेकिन इन द एंड यही होता है कि पाकिस्तान तो पाकिस्तान है, अपने मुल्क की टीम को बहुत मिस करते हैं।
25-year-old Varsi has had 70 caps for Pakistan. He first made his mark at the South Asian Games in 2006, where the short corner specialist emerged as the top scorer, helping his team to the gold medal. The going gradually got tougher for Varsi, who stayed behind Sohail Abbas and Mohammad Imran in the pecking order.
सबसे बड़ी बात है प्लेयर के लिए कि उसको कॉन्फिडेंस दिया जाए, और इधर मुझे कोच ने काफ़ी मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस दिया और अल्लाह का शुक्र है कि मैं लास्ट टू ईयर से टॉप गोल स्कोरर हूँ। होल रशिया में टॉप गोल स्कोरर हूँ। मैक्सिमम मैं आई वाज प्लेड आई थिंक सो ऑलमोस्ट 50 गेम्स इन 3 years एंड आई एम स्कोरिंग 110 goals.
Varsi has been a star player for Kazan, helping them to the knockout stages in the EHL for the first time in 3 years. His international career, however, has never really taken off. Lack of opportunities for the national team and Pakistan's dwindling economy played a part in his search for greener pastures.
अगर आपको अच्छी जॉब होगी आपकी कंट्री में, आपको अच्छी सैलरी मिल रही होगी, तो कोई नहीं चाहता कि हम अपना मुल्क छोड़ के, अपने माँ बाप, अपनी फैमिली को छोड़ के जाएं। हम अगर यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं तो हम भी यही बैठे हैं कि अपने फ्यूचर को हम बेहतर बनाएं। हमारा दिल नहीं चाहता कि हम अपनी फैमिली के साथ ईद सेलिब्रेट करें और द ओकेजन सेलिब्रेट करें, लेकिन सर्वाइव करना पड़ता है, इसलिए कि हमारे पास जॉब्स नहीं है उधर। इसलिए प्लेयर्स बाहर जाते हैं खेलने के लिए कि कुछ पैसे अर्न कर सकते हैं। इसलिए कि हॉकी प्लेयर्स जो होते हैं वो मेजॉरिटी मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से हैं। क्रिकेट तो है नहीं कि आपने एक मैच खेला फिर आपके पास तो पैसा ही पैसा है। हॉकी प्लेयर अगर एक मैच खेलता है तो उसको कितनी अर्निंग होती होगी? $100, $200 मिनिमम, ओके मैक्सिमम $500। अब $500 पे अगर आप कॉन्सेंट्रेट करेंगे तो इन फ्यूचर आप क्या करेंगे? कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप।
Life in Russia was a struggle too to begin with. He struggled to adapt to the lifestyle and overcome the language barrier. But above all, it was the battle against the elements which severely tested the track flicker who hails from the coastal city of Karachi.
बहुत चैलेंज, सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज तो वेदर है। आपको पता है वहाँ पे कितना ठंड होती है, -40, और उसके बाद जो पैटर्न ऑफ हॉकी है बहुत चेंज है। दे आर प्लेइंग वेरी रफ एंड टफ हॉकी, और उनके साथ एडजस्ट करने में हमें थोड़ा टाइम लगा, लेकिन इन द एंड हमने एडजस्ट किया और अल्लाह का शुक्र है हम लोग वहाँ सेटल हो गए।
While Varsi grabs most of the attention for his goals, halfback Adnan Maqsood is Dinamo's unsung hero, much the same way he was for Pakistan. The 31-year-old from Lyallpur represented the green shirts in Athens and Beijing Olympics before focusing on club hockey. With a wealth of experience in Asia and Europe, Maqsood plans to don the hat of a coach once his playing days are over. He knows exactly what's ailing Pakistan hockey at present.
एक्चुअली हमारे कंट्रीज़ में उधर ना कोचिंग का बहुत मॉडर्न कोच जो है ना वो बहुत फुकदान है। उनको अभी जो रिसेंटली जो रूल्स चेंज हुए हैं, जो प्लेयरों की फ़िज़िकल फिटनेस की रिक्वायरमेंट है, उनके बारे में उनको बहुत कम जो है ना उनको अवेयरनेस है। अगर हम लोगों का डोमेस्टिक स्ट्रक्चर इतना बेहतर होगा ना कि हम लोग जिस तरह आप देखें कि यूरोप में लीग है, अब इन्होंने इनकी कंट्रीज़ की लीग अलहदा होती है, EHL में अलहदा कंपटीशन होता है, और मेरे ख्याल से ये जो कंपटीशन है ये इंटरनेशनल कंपटीशन से कम नहीं है। ये रूल्स बनाने से पहले 1 साल पहले इनको पता होता है हमने रूल्स बनाने हैं। ये अपनी लीग्स में वो रूल्स जो हैं उसको अडॉप्ट करते हैं, उसको उसी तरह से वो लीग्स वगैरह है, वो ट्रेनिंग है, उस तरह से खेलते हैं। हम लोगों को जब रूल्स आता है उसके साल बाद हम लोगों को समझ आती है ये रूल्स आ गया। इनको साल पहले ये ट्रेनिंग कर चुके होते हैं।
Like Varsi, Maqsood isn't impressed by the usual norm of long-term national camps in Pakistan either. He feels it alienates talented players like Varsi.
ये है ना पाकिस्तान इंडिया में फेडरेशन जो है प्लेयरों के साथ कंप्रोमाइज़ नहीं करती। जिस तरह आप देखें आज न्यूजीलैंड की टीम, कनाडा की टीम, अर्जेंटाइन की टीम कितनी अच्छी हो गई है। उनकी वजह यही है कि वो लोग यूरोप में लीग खेलते हैं प्लेयर, और यहाँ से ही वो फिर सीधे अपना उनकी फेडरेशन टाइम देती है उनको। लेकिन हमारे कंप्रोमाइज़ नहीं फेडरेशन करती। अगर हमने लीग का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया वो क्लब के साथ तो वो हमें फोर्स करेगी कि आप कैंप ज्वाइन करो। आप देखें ना, अगर बिग इवेंट है तो प्लेयरों को, सीनियर प्लेयरों को खिला लें। अगर आपने टेस्ट सीरीज़ खिलवानी है तो आप जूनियर प्लेयरों को ट्राई करें।
While Maqsood chalks out the blueprint for the future of Pakistan hockey, Varsi hopes his performances in Europe aren't going unnoticed back home. With Sohail Abbas nearing the end of his career, Varsi has not given up on the possibility of a comeback for the London Olympics.
Ashley Jackson from England.
The award for the 2009 Young Player of the Year was hardly a surprise. He was declared the most valuable player of the 2009 Euro Hockey Nations, where England upset the then World and Olympic champions Germany to lift the trophy. After guiding his team to the semis at the Hero Honda World Cup in Delhi and having played a pivotal role in the ABN AMRO FIH Champions Trophy, Ashley Jackson is being touted as the next superstar of world hockey.
I enjoy it. Why would you not want to be the person that everyone looks to? And also maybe the person that the opposition fear the most. So yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to be that guy? But at the end of the day, if it's me producing something that wins us the game or anyone else, then it really doesn't matter as long as we win the games.
Hailing from Kent in southern England, Jackson developed a liking for sports at a very young age. In fact, hockey wasn't the only game he was good at.
I played a lot of cricket and played hockey in the winter, cricket in the summer. Yeah, and they just went hand in hand together and played them for a long time, especially while I was at school and around that kind of age. And then hockey just took over, and now it's full time.
The decision proved beneficial for England. Starting out as an attacking midfielder, Jackson was quick to realise the importance of crack legs and solid defence. He accordingly sharpened his skills to develop into a true all-rounder, an attribute that has earned him a lot of praise.
Oh, he's a world-class player actually, and he kind of ticks most of the boxes. His attitude and intent is really significant, and I think he plays like a winner, and he has a real drive to do well. And at the moment, he's trying to drag the team with him.
His defending has come on leaps and leaps, and he's one of our key players. And if he can do it at the back and do it at the front and in the middle, then we're pleased to have him.
An inspiration to many midfielders around the world, Jackson developed his attacking instincts and goal poaching skills by following a Caribbean mentor.
Players and coaches that I've played with in the past, Quan Brown from Trinidad and Tobago had a big influence on my career, and tried to kind of copy everything that he did and the way he carries the ball and dribbles. And is that not what you want to see? If you don't want to see it, then say so, and I'll just stop and pass and be a bit more dull, I guess. But yeah, obviously I enjoy doing it, and that's the fun part of the game. And there's obviously a point where maybe I get a bit carried away occasionally, but yeah, I enjoy doing it.
Jackson enjoys flaunting his dribbling skills up front and savours the recent successes he has achieved with the national outfit. He hopes to keep the momentum going as he eyes glory at the 2012 Olympics in London.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We're going to be playing in a home crowd in front of our home fans, and hopefully they'll be expecting us, as will the rest of the world hockey, be expecting us to do something special. We've never had that before, and we're in the process at the moment of building up some kind of hope and expectations on past performances. So we're looking to continue that and then go into the Olympics with maybe a bit of pressure, a bit of expectation to do something amazing. And yeah, I mean, if we do, what can top that?
Great Britain won a silver medal in the last Olympic Games they hosted back in 1948. And they'll need players like Jackson to step up if they want to finish on the podium in 2012. Up next, Kookaburra's midfielder Rob Hammond reveals the secret behind Australia's amazing run in 2010. The rousing rendition of the Kookaburra song at the end of major tournaments became a norm in 2010. The Aussie juggernaut swept everything last year. In March, they became the world champions in Delhi and followed that up by winning the ABN AMRO FIH Champions Trophy in Mönchengladbach. A unique treble was completed when the Aussies claimed gold medal at the Commonwealth Games back in Delhi. But the highlight, without doubt, was the World Cup success after a long gap of 24 years.
The last time we won was obviously in 1986. I think for half of our group, Beijing was an extremely large failure. We had very big goals for that tournament, and we also had an extremely good group. So for us to lose our semi-final there, I think a lot of us carried that baggage through to the World Cup. Playing in India was always going to be a massive challenge. Thankfully it wasn't as warm as it was when we were there for the Com Games. But Yeah, I think with the World Cup, it was the first game against England certainly opened our eyes. So we realised that we're not so far in front of everybody, and we know that we had to keep working hard and keep playing our style of game and trust the way that we're playing and back ourselves. It certainly didn't come easy, that trophy. We had to face many good teams. You know, I think we got 2-1 over Spain, 2-1 over Pakistan, so it's not like we did it with a 3-4 goal buffer. So I can't say that we were ever comfortable in that tournament.
Success, though, didn't come easy for this remarkable group. After the 2004 Olympics in Athens, where Australia won gold, the Kookaburra struggled to assert themselves in big games, often succumbing to its bugbear, Germany. Rob Hammond, who has been a key member of the national team for the past 1 decade, reveals how the Aussies turned the corner.
We've always been there or thereabouts. We've always been in semi-finals. We've made a lot of finals. Athens was a major breakthrough for our team. But more so in the last 2 years, I think we've reintroduced a lot of youth. Obviously, the playing roster's changed because of the retirements from Beijing. And with youth comes vitality, and I think that the depth in Australian hockey is substantial. And that's due to a lot of outstanding coaches around the region, and also a lot of people putting a lot of time in. And our former coach, Barry Dancer, he had a strong philosophy towards youth, and Rick Charlesworth has taken that on now as well. So if anything, it forces the older players to get better. And with the young guys, you know, they're playing a lot of time and they're doing really well. So I think that's probably the secret to our success at the moment.
The 30-year-old creative midfielder from Queensland was a pivotal figure in former coach Barry Dancer's plans, and his role under Rick Charlesworth remains just as important. And although both men have different styles of functioning and approach towards the game, Hammond believes they have made tremendous contribution in turning Australia into world beaters.
I think one of Rick's strengths lies in his simplicity, in just keeping hockey as simple as possible and expecting each player to get better as an individual. With Barry, it was very technical and very tactical, and that has a lot of strengths to it, and he had a lot of success with our team. But with Rick and our new coaching staff, it's new ideas. It's certainly a new approach to the way we play the game, we think about the game. And as I said before, most of the time we've just stripped it back and simplified the style of hockey. Hockey's a very easy game, you know, you get it and you give it and you run. And when you lose the ball, you work really hard to get it back. So as a team, I think if you're all on the same page, success should follow.
Success surely has followed under Charlesworth, who also won the World Cup in 1986 as a player. Apart from winning the titles, it's the sheer domination over their opponents which has been overwhelming. Australia set a new scoring record in the Hero Honda FIH World Cup as they hammered in a dozen past South Africa in a group game. In July, they conquered the Adrian Ambrose FIH Champions Trophy with the youngest team and were unbeaten in the tournament. Just one piece of silverware now eludes this all-conquering group in green and gold, the Olympic gold medal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with our whole group, we all realised that when we started when we came back to the sticks after the 2008 Olympics, that 2012 was our main goal. Of course, every tournament we go in, we want to win. There's no doubt about that. If we send a young team or a senior team, I think we've shown that we've got a lot of depth. And the point with our Australian team is that we're going to keep doing that and we're going to keep improving. And likewise, we expect that of every country that we play. You know, we know that they're all building now towards 2012. So it's going to be a really tough 18 months leading into that now. I think it's going to be enjoyable for our Australian program to have a bit of a rest over this summer back in Australia. And then everything we do will be focused on 2012 and making sure that we play well in that tournament. It's a long way off, but yeah, you've got to have a look at the big picture, and I think everyone's realistic of where we're at, what we've achieved, but also we know what we want to achieve.
Here's a look at what's in store in world hockey in 2011. First, we're in Poznan for the men's and women's indoor World Cup in February. Then in April, we're off to Bloemendal for knockout stages of the PHL. In May, we travel to Ipoh for the annual Sultan Aslan Shah Cup. In June, the AHL season comes to its conclusion with the Final Four stage, followed by Women's Champions Challenge 1 in Dublin. Later in June, Amsterdam plays host to the Women's Champions Trophy, followed by the Men's Champions Challenge 2 in Lille in July. In August, it's the Euro Hockey Nations Championship in Mönchengladbach, followed by Men's and Women's Asian Champions Trophy in China. Next, it's the Pan American Games in October. And over in Europe, new season of the AHL gets underway. And we round off the year with the Men's Champions Trophy in India. That's a wrap on this edition of ABN AMRO World Hockey. Next month, we meet Australia's latest strike sensation, Glenn Turner. We leave you now with 10 of the best goals from the decade gone by. Enjoy.
Allegra quickly with the free hit, out of reach of Gaza, but Leonard is there. Eases it back for Paul Armat. Why wouldn't you? Still Armat. How did he get through there? Oh, what a stunning finish by the reigning World Hockey Player of the Year. He scored one a minute and a half after he set up the other.
Germany going on to the attack now. Here's a chance for them. They've knocked the fourth goal. What an effort from this man, the darling of the crowd. And it's been done so marvelously.
Ball deflecting off a Pakistani stick. India with their tails up, going forward into the circle. Still with possession. Oh, wonderful goal. Wonderful goal. Gagan Ajit Singh with number 6.
Well, he really is a live wire. Some wonderful stick work there.
Lucas Vila, one out on the goalkeeper. Has he robbed him? Oh, that is a piece of absolute brilliance from Lucas Vila. That is the goal of the tournament so far. Chloe Rogers. Still Rogers works herself into some space. Gets the shot on goal and finishes it off. Chloe Rogers, excellent persistence from the England forward. Here's Rehan. It's 2 on 4. Rehan gets the shot straight through the goalkeeper's legs.
What a brilliant goal. What an excellent finish. Great work indeed by Rehan.
Fabregas back to Paul Armat. Oh, what a finish! What a goal! The reigning World Hockey Player of the Year shows why he is so dangerous. Dwyer runs at Sahil, goes past him. Works it to the baseline. Oh, that is fantastic. That is absolutely magnificent. Look left, jinked it right over the goalkeeper.
Oh, taken away by Denoya. This can be tricky. Here comes the reverse. It's a goal. What a shot with the backhand.
That's one of the best goals we'll see. She is amazing.